Cincone. We wish to offer our deepest condolence to the Floyd family. My colleagues and I were completely void of any information that would have provided us with any knowledge of the existence of Mr. George Perry Floyd Jr. However, we would venture to say that we have knowledge of the George Perry Floyd Sr. and Jr. that made an unscheduled and unwelcome cruise across the Atlantic. Such was the plight of Mr. George Floyd Jr. when he made an unscheduled and unwelcome transition by having his life snatched from him in 8 minutes and 46 seconds. He was not trying to lead a revolution. He was not attempting to overthrow a government, nor was he attempting to become the face of a movement as a victim of hatred. He was only trying to make a simple purchase at a local convenience store. His only crime that fateful day was being unjustly identified as being just an ordinary George, who was viewed as having little, if any, significance on the earth. I, Don Cincone, along with my friends and colleagues, Brother Daryl Triplet and Brother Melvin Mars, have penned this anthology to within the millions of George Floyd Jr.'s that currently reside in these United States, specifically America. The George Floyd Jr.'s whose only crimes are that they were born heavily melanated with various hues of what are referred to by the masses as skin color. That is, identifies as being Black. The world at large is outraged, and having witnessed this barbaric hatred and ruthlessness employed during the intentional taking of an ordinary George's life, it is because of this ordinary George that a revolution is currently underway to denounce the systematic hatred and bigotry that are daily occurring all over the globe. Our anthology addresses and pays tribute to Mr. George Floyd Jr. and the ordinary Georges that were and remain in our lives throughout the world. Our book cover, Standing on Shoulders, which depicts one of my paintings, speaks of the strength and the perseverance that remains and is on display for the world to witness as we honor those that pave the way for us in spite of being viewed by our distractors as insignificant. Please join us in honoring these great humanitarians by purchasing just an ordinary Joe George, 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Your denial is your conscience. A print of my painting, Standing on Shoulders, is also available in a separate purchase.
My name is Daryl Triplet, and I stand with Don Cincone. Please support this important endeavor. It is needed at this time. It is relevant in our illustrious history. Also, you can purchase some of my artwork if you go to daryltripletart.com. and you could view my work there. Thank you.
And with Don Cincone and Daryl Triplet, we are all just ordinary Joes. Please go to paypal.me/BrighterFutures91 and support this project.